Okay, we're going to call the WPCA to order for the town of Stratford on March 28th, 2022. My name is Chris Pia, WPCA Chair. It is Monday, March 28th. I'm sorry, I just said that. It's 6:07 p.m. My apologies. First item on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the regularly scheduled meeting of February 28th, 2022. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Mr. O'Brien, do I have a second? Ms. Dancho on the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Report of the town engineer. So for tonight's purposes, we're going to do action items from John Casey, and then we'll move on to action items from Mr. Hyde. Mr. Casey.
We have a few change orders that are over $5,000 that require approval. The first is the 2 new generators that were specified for Oak Bluff and Short Beach Pump Station have fuel tanks associated with the generator itself, and those fuel tanks are required to be vented to the outside. And the wasn't found out until the equipment was in place and the manufacturer came out to inspect. He says, no, this has to be vented or else we're not going to warrant it. So that's what that's for, $7,201.86.
You know, John, let's take them one at a time, if that's okay. So I'll entertain a motion for approval of item 3.1.1.
Motion to approve item
Ms. Dancho.
3.1.1, not to exceed $7,201.86.
Motion by Ms. Dancho. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Rice. Any discussion on this item? No? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Mr. Casey?
The next one is at Riders Lane. As you know, there's accumulated debris building up on the bar racks, and we felt it prudent to add a monitor in the manhole upstream so that if the bar racks are clogged up and the sewer surcharges because of that, we would, Tom would have an alarm that would say that it's backing up outside the station. Normally we're monitoring inside the station, but here we want to make sure that we're not having it back up upstream. Just in case we got a buildup that we weren't able to handle and we had surcharging. So that cost is not to exceed $6,179.53.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for item 3.1.2.
Lord Dancho, motion to
Ms.
approve
Dancho.
item 3.1.2 in an amount not to exceed $6,179.53.
Thank you, Ms. Dancho. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Can. Do I have any discussion on the item? Mr. Can.
Thank you, Chris. Mr. Casey, can you just give us a short description on what's clogging?
Yeah, as we've reported before, we are getting a buildup of debris, and a lot of that debris is, we could identify as wipes, cleaning wipes, paper towels, some cases rubber gloves. And we think because of COVID, everyone's cleaning, using gloves and whatnot. They're discharging those, down the toilet rather than in the garbage. So those would be appropriate to be disposed of in the garbage. And sometimes those wipes are identified as flushable, which they are flushable, but they don't degrade when they get into the sewer, and they actually tangle up with each other, and you end up getting a big clog of rags coming down.
Could it be isolated to a large merchant? I'll pick on Lord Chamberlain. They're near Riders Landing.
Yeah, we've most of that neighborhood is residential upstream of the pump station. We have been looking at some of the businesses on Main Street, River Road, and meeting with them. We recently met with Lord Chamberlain to talk to them about what's appropriate, and they were very accommodating that they would talk to their staff and make sure the employees at the lowest level doing the actual cleaning know that what they should be doing.
Any other discussion to this one? Mr. O'Brien.
Just, I don't know, John, who we should talk to, but can we consider some PR and guidelines to go out with the next sewer use tax bills?
Yeah,
I
we
think we've
did.
done that in the past.
Yeah, we did do that. Specifically, we sent out a flyer, direct mail to everyone in the watershed that's going to the Riders Lane Pump Station.
Probably a good thing to do this year.
And, yeah, maybe we could do it in general again.
Any other discussion on this item? Nope. Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor? Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Next one, John.
And the next one is the sump pump replacements at each station. The power cords that come with the sump pump equipment are limited in the length that they come with. And because we're not having a direct power connection to the panel, we have to instead have any junctions or connection between that new equipment and the existing electrical system have to be above the flood elevation because of our resiliency. So the cords aren't long enough to reach a junction box, so we have to provide additional wiring to get to the sump so that they're installed properly. This is a number that we've received from the contractor, and that's why we say not to exceed. We're still working on the actual number. It'll come in lower than this, most likely, but we do need to get it authorized so they can finish the work.
Understood. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 3.1.3.
Motion to approve.
Mr. Can. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Dancho? Any discussion on this line item? Nope. Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Next one, Mr. Casey.
The next two items are credits to the contract. The first is where the structural reinforcement was applied to the concrete walls. We don't have to paint those sections, so we're getting a credit for the amount of concrete surfacing. It's a cement surfacing that they're putting on the walls, but it wouldn't be appropriate to put it here, so we're getting credit back for that work at $10,244.54.
Okay, we'll take a credit. Anybody like to make that motion for item 3.1.4?
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Shake.
I'd like to make a motion to accept item 3.1.4 in the amount of $10,244.54 for a coating credit at various locations.
Motion by Ms. Shake. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. O'Brien. Any discussion? Nope. Call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Last one, Mr. Casey.
And then, there are certain items in the contract that are unit price allowances, and there's several that we've been tracking over the course of the job, and we've been reporting. For the most part, they're coming in under the amount. Concrete repair is coming over, which we'll itemize at a later date, but we're going to start to take these credits back where we see them. So this is for the plywood sheathing. That came in under the estimated amount, $20,820.00.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Casey. I'll entertain a motion for item 3.1.5.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Me.
Ms. Dancho? Ms. Shake? Okay.
Sorry. I'd like to make a motion to accept item 3.1.5, unit price plywood sheathing credit in the amount of $20,820.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Rice. Any discussion on this item? Thank you, Mr. Casey. All right, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you, Mr. Casey. Those are the action items. Next item is the memorandum and report that was provided and appended for everyone's read. Next item, we're going to move to new business for Mr. Hyde. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Chairman Pia, members of the board. I have one action item, which in hindsight, talking with John, I'm not sure it's actually an action item, but Veolia, the operators of the Naugatuck Sludge Incinerator, and the contractor, 2H Stone Trucking, who haul our Stratford sludge, announced a facility shutdown for 8 weeks during April and May. Due to the current environmental concerns and regulations, sludge disposal or incineration in the Northeast is at a premium, if available at all. For 6 weeks of the 8 weeks, of downtime, Veolia has made arrangements to continue hauling Stratford sludge to the Naugatuck facility for further dewatering, then to ship the dewatered cake by rail car to Alabama for disposal at a cost of an extra 10.62 cents per gallon. For 2 weeks of the 8, the holding tanks used for dewatering in Naugatuck will also be under upgrade and not available. For this period, Veolia has guided Stratford to apply to the Passaic Valley Sewage and Commission in New Jersey for authorization to ship sludge to their facility for incineration at an additional cost of 16.11 cents per gallon. Total additional cost to Stratford during this project would be up to $190,000. There may be some space available in Hartford and Mattabassett. I've been calling around, speaking with different facilities, seeing what's available, and there's no promises, and there's nothing available to the size of what we need. So our best bet is to go forward with this, with their proposal. They said they will take good care of us, or to the best of their ability. It's a real thing because we started backing up 2 weeks ago because everybody's emptying their tanks and so forth. I had asked for approval for the $190,000 from the sludge contract service. In reality, it's the correct account for this material. So really what I just want to do is make you aware that we got hit by a pretty sizable increase, and would like to move forward with it.
Okay, so before we discuss, I'll entertain a motion to approve item 4.1.1.
I will make that motion. Mr.
Ms.
Chair.
Dancho. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. O'Brien. Any discussion? So, Tom, thank you for keeping me in the loop. I know Dawn and Mr. Timniak looked over it as well, so, and Dawn was good with it. Unexpected things come up. Any discussion on this item? No? Okay, we'll move forward. Call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Mr. Kim, yeah. All right, hurry up. Yep.
Noting that the personnel at the plant are continuing education, certification. It's a good thing. Thank you for improving the team's capacity to deliver services to the town of Stratford.
I thank them for helping out every day. Thank
All
you.
right.
Motion to adjourn.
Hold on, we have, being there's no report for the town attorney, I will, and no old or new business, I will entertain a motion to adjourn by Mr. Poisson. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. O'Brien. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you all.